So what are we about to do right now? We're going to look at the controversy surrounding Lil Nas X, a sneaker design, and Satan, apparently. The reason this matters is because this has been trending on Twitter every single day for nearly a week. And I think it brings up some very interesting points, which I can't wait to dive into. Before we do that, today's comment shoutout says, why does no one talk about how D'Angelo has the best thumbnail face? It is a fact that my thumbnail face game is very much on point. Look at these faces right here. It's actually a problem at this point. I wake up out of my sleep sometimes like this. So the two parties we're talking about here, Lil Nas X, a rapper who released a video for a song called Montero in which he descends into hell, gives Satan a lap dance as a metaphor for accepting the fact that people tell him he's going to hell for being gay. It's a lie. And on the other hand, Twitter went off, but there were some pretty key people who were bringing up what they thought were valid concerns against him doing this in the first place. The main ones I want to talk about are Joyner Lucas and the gun girl. What's her name? Caitlyn Bennett? I don't know. Does she have a name? Doesn't matter. Does anybody care? Joyner Lucas is a fellow rapper, much like Lil Nas X. So he said, I think the biggest problem for me is the fact that Lil Nas X doesn't understand Old Town Road is every kid's anthem. Children love him for that record. They tuned in and subscribed to his channels. So with no disclaimer, he just dropped some left field stuff and all of our kids seen it. SMH. So Lil Nas X responds himself and says, I literally sing about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decided to let your child listen. Blame yourself, which I can't help but agree with. If you go to the thumbnail for this song, Montero by Lil Nas X, there's no way on earth that he can be blamed for pandering to children with this. Does this look like something that a child should be clicking into? He literally has the thigh-high leather boots. He's wearing almost nothing else. He's clearly in some sort of demonic environment. I do not understand the criticism that this is somehow pandering to children. Joyner Lucas is kind of acting like this was a surprise drop, but Lil Nas X teased this song months ago. Everyone who knows Lil Nas X has been waiting for him to drop this, and we all knew exactly what it was going to be about based off of the title. Blaming him, I found that very strange. One thing that a lot of people tried to say is Lil Nas X has associated with children before. He performed a concert with Roblox. He definitely went on Sesame Street. He did perform Old Town Road at a gym with a bunch of kids. But since when does that mean he's a for kids artist? Why are people acting like it's new for singers to perform their songs for a bunch of children? It's not about the content of the music. It's about what the kids are listening to. The reason he gets invited to these places is because children are listening to that. That's not on him. That's on the parents. And here's what I mean by this. Here we have Travis Scott performing a Fortnite concert. What is this? Do we honestly think that this was for kids? I mean, yeah, it was. What I'm saying is, do we honestly think this was designed to appeal to adults? Didn't Post Malone do some sort of Pokemon concert as well? Like, come on, bruh. An animated Post Malone floating around a bunch of animated Pokemon. Now, granted, even though I'm an adult, this is still my jam right here. It's not a new concept. You can say Fortnite's not technically a children's game like Roblox is thought of as, or like Sesame Street's a children's program. Then answer me this. What is this? Who invited Migos to the Kids' Choice Awards in 2019? The Migos don't even have songs that are okay for a child to hear. And on top of that, why was no one mad about that? It's almost like there's some key difference between Lil Nas X doing this and everyone else doing this beforehand. I wonder if it's homophobia. Because it seems like anytime this happens, but it's not like gay material, no one really seems to care. The moment we have somebody who is not rapping about hetero relationships, all of a sudden, think of the children, and it's a problem. He's corrupting the kids. I can't help but notice a little bit of an incongruency. One thing that people kept quoting was Lil Nas X explicitly saying that children are his core audience right now. He didn't say this. Look, they talk about Lil Nas X's kids book, C is for Country. This is the part where they stop quoting Lil Nas X and they start quoting somebody who's not associated with him anymore. It says marketing to kids directly makes perfect sense when you look at how huge Old Town Road is with the elementary school set. Lil Nas X catered to and resonated with that younger demographic, says Dan Runcie, whoever that is, the founder of Trapital. Lil Nas X says he isn't particularly self-conscious about his extremely young fan base. I'm well aware that life and careers and everything goes in chapters, the rapper says. That's the chapter I'm in right now, and I'm okay with that. It's the main evidence that people bring up to be like, no, Lil Nas X is definitely a kid's performer, and he knew that a bunch of children were gonna watch that. Even the article that they throw around does not say that. NPR just summarized their opinion as that, but as you can see, he just said, that's what my audience happens to be, not, yes, I purposely create my songs so that children listen to them. Next, I wanted to talk about gun girl Caitlyn Bennett. So she says right here, it's week like these that I'm thankful to be blocked by Lil Nas X. I'm gonna be honest, that's not really a flex. This is a flex right here. Lil Nas X blocking you because literally no one on the internet likes you is whatever. But me getting blocked out of the millions of people that Jeffree Star sees on his timeline, that's when people are gonna be like, oh snap, how'd you pull that one off? Also, bullying and harassment guidelines, bullying and harassment guidelines, bullying and harassment guidelines. But why he look like Halsey though? Who told him to go get the Demi Lovato special? So Lil Nas X retweeted right here, I still see your tweets. And then of course he makes a reference to the popular anecdote that Caitlyn Bennett is well known for pooping her pants at a party. So she continues to try to go back and forth, saying the guy that takes it up the you-know-where from Satan wants to talk about pooping your pants. Slightly homophobic, right? Of course. Do you still see your dad? Asking that to a random black person is annoying. And Lil Nas X says yes. And I write, screw yours. So then this is how she spins this, okay? You ready for this? Lil Nas X just threatened to, yes, you're reading it correctly. And then she follows it up with a, sounds about what I'd expect. Thus, once again, associating the LGBT community with like literal rape. It's not like Lil Nas X is the inventor of the phrase, oh yeah, I'm going to have sexual relations with your parents. And also, aren't these the same people who are always complaining about people being professional victims? She goes ahead and finishes it up with, at least I can procreate. Child, it's not the serve you think it is, but this is really reinforcing some pretty dark, twisted stuff that is going to harm her in the long run. Obviously, this is meant as a homophobic insult, like, ha, you can't have kids. But it very much at the same time is saying, I exist to have children. So next, we have the shoes, which wound up becoming a big deal. After seeing that people were so angry over the fact that Lil Nas X had quote unquote demonic imagery in his shoes, he was like, it's time to make some shmoney. Well, even more money than he's already making. And so he partners with the brand Mischief to put out custom Satan Nikes featuring human blood. The fact that there's blood in the sole, very much a lot. But if that's what you want, then go for it. People, again, got mad at this. There's obviously a much deeper subtext to all of this, okay? At the heart of the issue, it's what it says in this tweet. I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the stuff y'all preached would happen to me because I was gay. So I hope you are mad, stay mad, feel the same anger you teach us to have towards ourselves. To get angry at Lil Nas X for reclaiming something that has been so harmful towards him while also pretending that you're a victim is ridiculous. Even if you're a Christian, surely you understand. Surely you know in your heart of hearts that this is accurate. It doesn't matter if you believe what's in the Bible and you think it's right and all of that, which is great. You still know that this is true, right? That the entire video was an art piece depicting him fighting back against the pain of being labeled someone who's going straight to hell because of the way he was made. But when you look at what these people are really saying, a sane country would make it illegal. Read that. Illegal for Lil Nas X and his handlers to corrupt and destroy America's children. It's very bigoted and definitely a little bit fascist to pretend like art should be destroyed and removed and not played because they don't agree with it. As for my final summary, Lil Nas X is not out here corrupting the kids. I don't really understand why people are holding him to this standard, except for homophobia and racism. Those make sense, and that would explain the double standard. But other than that, I'm not quite sure where people are coming from. As for Lil Nas X, I think he may just be the greatest businessman in the music industry since Beyonce. And as for the people who are mad at him, they seem to have some underlying issues that don't have anything to do with his music video or a pair of custom Nikes that sold out in 1 minute. Catch me featured on the next Lil Nas X song. Anyway, I'll be here all week, folks, at 2 p.m. Central Time. If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that means I'm uploading a new video here. If it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that means I'm going live over on Twitch. So basically what I'm saying is I'll see you tomorrow. Unless, of course, tomorrow is Sunday, in which case, just watch this video again. Okay, bye.